Guys, Papa Pepper back again with more 50 days to understand the end times more accurately. This is day 26, enduring to the end. Another message is both repeated in this section of the Olivet Discourse and shared with the original 12 disciples. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Mark chapter 13, verse 13. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Matthew chapter 24, verse 9b, and chapter 24, verse 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Matthew chapter 10, verse 22. Of the previous passages, both the Mark 13 and Matthew 24 excerpts come from the Olivet Discourse, but the other verse was shared by Jesus much earlier. This information was shared with the 12 disciples when he was first sending them out, some 2,000 years ago. The phrase that I want to examine is, he that endureth to the end. Exactly what did Jesus mean when he specifically told the 12 original disciples that he that shall endureth to the end shall be saved? What end was he speaking of? Did this phrase simply mean either until they died or he returned for them? Or was it about the end of the world as we know it? Since being hated of all nations for my name's sake means the same thing in all three of the passages, how then could these passages actually be speaking of two different times of enduring to the end and being saved? There is no reason based on Scripture to conclude that the Matthew 10 passage speaks of enduring to the end as it pertains to either dying or being raptured by Christ, while the Matthew 24 and Mark 13 passages speak of enduring to the end as it pertains to either dying or entering the millennial kingdom. There is one end being spoken of, and it is the same end in all three of these passages. The same enduring to the end that the original 12 disciples were exhorted to do is the same enduring to the end that we can accomplish. And it is also the same enduring to the end that those who are alive just prior to the abomination of desolation can succeed in. There is one end addressed here, and it is when Christ returns for his saints, unless we die first, arriving at our own end. Just as the elect and for my name's sake cannot only mean something different in the Olivet Discourse simply because it's more convenient for pre-tribulationalists, enduring to the end does not change its meaning just to fit into someone's eschatology. If we are going to attempt to use the Bible to gain understanding about certain terms or phrases, then we must take into evaluation how different phrases are used, as well as context. In context, each of these occurrences of enduring to the end appears after being hated for his name's sake, and it is followed by shall be saved. The context, therefore, does not appear to have changed. Point number one. Jesus told the original 12 disciples that when they were hated by all for his name's sake, they would be saved if they endured to the end. Point number two. Jesus, in answering the question about what would occur prior to his coming, said that people would be hated by all for his name's sake, but they would be saved if they endured to the end. Alright guys, hopefully that makes sense to you. Back up, check it out again if it doesn't. Like I said, hopefully this is still blessing you guys. I appreciate having the opportunity to share it with you, and I do think it is some crucial stuff. We'll get into more of the meat as we continue. Still just building on a foundation and laying some things to help you guys understand what I believe is biblically accurate as revealed by God in the Scriptures. So, thank you once again. Papa out.